And welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in Panzer Corps 2. We're now on the Kharkov map for 42. I think we mostly, at the end of the last one, actually picked up what we'll probably end up taking into this map. We do have some extra picks. We can pick another 22 core points worth of stuff. In addition to blowing what we've already got here, sort of planned out. So let's start working on how we're going to get these guys deployed. So I think... Do I have planes on this map? Presumably. Maybe not. Interesting. Okay, so if I deploy you there, you're not deploying in a plane. Deploy you there, you start in the plane? No. I guess I don't start with the ability to have my Fallschirmjägers in a plane. Which is a little annoying if that's the case, because it's a little hard to get them up in the air and get them where you want them quickly. I do have an airfield there, so I can deploy one there, deploy one there. I might actually just bench the Fallschirmjäger then, if that's the case, actually. Oops. Don't upgrade the Fallschirmjäger, we want to pick it back up to the reserve and push him into the bench. Okay, so we've got two Pioneers, we got two Ware Infantry. Probably want to put some units over here. We're going to put a total of 4 over here. Although they may be a little exposed over here. Oh, and I probably want to take some more Broken Pioneer. Do I have some more on the bench? I do. There we go. So that'll give me some crossing opportunities. Push this guy to the river here and we can go swing up around here. We'll have to see how Izium looks. Same sort of thing here for Balakava. And then if we want to try doing a pincer around that little clear space here, we can do that with that one as well. As far as tanks are concerned, we do have access to the new I-4, or the Panzer IV F-2s. Backspace 2s? Yeah. Which we probably do want to upgrade everything to. We obviously only get 3 upgrades. The question is, what do I upgrade? The 3 H's probably make the most sense. Improvement in every stat, whereas the anti-infantry ones we already got would only bring an improvement in anti-tank stats. Go with an armored vehicle, or reconnaissance over there. Probably want a reconnaissance over, say, here, and we'll put the best one here for handling that area. Unit always attacks first. Okay. Actually, I probably want to put the envelopment one on over here, which is the hero we haven't assigned. So let's assign you as the hero. Let's upgrade this 3H to the 4F, or /2. I think we'll upgrade the other 3 as well to that type. we're most likely going to be doing... I suppose there's actually not very much close terrain except the forest in the areas we're going to be attacking. So I probably don't need more Pioneer. I could probably even take the new retaliation off of the Pioneer and move it to someone else. Yeah, let's pull it off the Pioneer. I don't think I need him. I don't think I need the no retaliation at this mission on the Pioneers. Probably then go and push that onto one of the Panzers. Take the rapid fire Pioneer there. Close in here, we might want Pioneers. Then we'll bring the infantry down here. Probably the circlements. And then planes. We either got Kharkov or there. We'll do Kharkov for the strategic bombers. Also put the fighters in the middle here. Dive bomber again to help down here, because I think this is where most of the enemy armor is going to be. And that leaves us with 21 empty spots. So we can take a bunch of Broken Pioneer, and it's a little bit tempting actually to just take a bunch of Broken Pioneer and put them on the bench. In fact, I will do. We'll just grab like 6 of these and bench them for later. Because once we get into 43, which is a year out, so it's a bit of a rush grabbing these early. We lose access to the generic Broken Pioneer. At which point, if we want broken troops, we'll be stuck with the these half-tracks, which, for the purposes of bridging, work perfectly well. For the purposes of you want an infantry unit that is terrible at shooting, they are really terrible because they can't shoot. If you're wondering where the weirdness in that's coming from. One of the things I do like using the Broken Pioneer for is just having a very weak soldier whose one and only job is to shoot something and do like 1 damage. And to be encirclement bait, right? Be small enough you can circle things with it fairly cheaply. We have AT, although if we deploy it, we're going to be probably wanting to deploy new ones like the Stuk 3A off F. AA, it's maybe a little tempting to grab another AA. We're kind of fighting in 3 different areas here. Although we've got the AA here, got the AA here, we actually don't have no space up top, have no space on the other extreme, right? So it's mainly these 2 areas where we're deploying. I think I want more infantry. I was hoping that we'd be able to start with the Fallschirmjäger airborne, which it appears not to be the case. Which makes sense. We're on the receiving end to the Soviets this round. So the Soviets get to go first. Hopefully, I don't get some of my artillery chewed up in the opening phases here, because of that. Yeah, so I don't need more AA. Could go more fighters. Could also do more dive bombers. You're a dive bomber that's also a fighter. That is an interesting thought process. You're going to be less effective as a dive bomber, but I don't necessarily need them to be good for dive bombing either. So yeah, let's grab some fighter bombers here. Grab a pair of those. Do I need them? No. Am I going to take them? Yeah. Although I suppose we're also saving a bunch of space because we got 2 0-slot, really big artillery pieces. And yeah, I think I really do probably want some more infantry. Do I have any infantry on the bench that we can pull. Yeah. Do you want grenadiers or do you want their infantry? If I probably want grenadiers, I probably want 2 benches of grenadiers. Let's grab a second grenadier. And upgrade them with the nice, fancy half-tracks. And I probably actually have enough that I could go ahead and deploy these 2 as well. Oh, that's the Volshmeyer. Whoops. And the Ver. Wait, deploy 2 of the Ver. Probably could actually deploy whole 3 of the Ver if I didn't want to send them transports. Oh, actually, if I send them with the trucks. Yeah, that would work. Yeah, we'll deploy them with trucks. Okay, so that's going to be our deployment. Got the 4 down here, so we're going to be a little threadbare down there until these guys can sweep across the plains. Got these guys up here, got these guys up here, got these guys up here. I think that will work. Let's see what the Soviets do with their initiative. Oh, those guys don't even survive the turn. How? Here comes the Soviets. As I said in the end of the last one, they're on the attack and we're on the defense. Okay. So that's the first turn. None of our units that we brought here specifically have been destroyed. Although some of them got pretty badly mauled. Just attempt to keep those guys in the fight. Attempt to keep these guys in the fight. quickly try to chop up the Soviet Air Force. Okay. 2 planes destroyed. That might be a bit too ambitious, trying to encircle everything. Okay. Slowly and steadily trying to work out how I want to do these encirclements. You're probably actually the easiest to get a destroy on right now. Oops, didn't mean to send the whole unit there, I meant to send half the unit there. Desired effect is kind of achieved doing that, so that's not too much of a problem. And then we got the dive bomber. Ooh, do I want to hit the dive bomber? Up there is tempting, but that's... Well, this is going to be raw damage wherever I send it, right? So where do I want to blow big hunks of armor up, basically? Armored AT piece is a very tempting target. Yeah, let's hit the ATPs. And then these guys will be suppressed. Partially suppressed enough that I can... well, actually, can get 2 of them. The 11th irregular will probably be fine. I'll have to be another turn on them. Didn't quite get the encirclement I want there. Actually, thinking about it, I might actually be better off with these guys being in the half-track. Yeah, we'll move them there and they'll be in the half-track and they'll be fine. Oh, that's I don't quite have the movement to get there is the problem. What? Never mind, I can get there. There we go. Okay, I got a couple carpet bombers. Don't think, maybe actually on you. Don't think we're gonna have good examples of units that can get destroyed with them this turn. Yeah, let's soften you up. If you do enough damage, that might work. I think I may have actually done a bit too much there. Yeah, probably did too much there, actually. Okay, well, we've cleared that pocket. Got it encirclement that I don't need anymore, but that's fine. And I think that is everything. Technically I can move these armored cars, but they're kind of serving a purpose right now, so... Okay. Cycle the turn. It is going to be raining, so our planes are going to be worthless on the next turn, but so is theirs, so that's fair. We haven't lost any units, although we're getting comfortably close in a couple places. Aircraft won't be able to move or attack. Okay, that's fine. As long as we are aware of it. You need to do like... Oh, and I need to move them alone up. That'll make sense, okay. Let's push you there. Yeah, we're gonna take some damage, but we're gonna probably get you to surrender. There we go. Okay, if you do one damage, that would be ideal. Thank you. Oh, that's ideal. Okay. I mean, a little bit more on those guys at least. Although that's a new encircle, so that makes sense. And that one surrendered. It's going to be clear next turn, so I'm going to have to be careful because the enemy aircraft can come back out to play. Suppressed, do I think those guys are going to be probably enough. Yeah, I think that will be fine. Some of the more damage units here will actually take the time to heal instead of a move. Oh, and I should heal the planes, obviously, because we're basically wasting this opportunity to heal them. Oh, there was only the one damaged plane, so that wasn't... I don't know, 2 damaged plane as well. Okay, see if some of those encirclements bear fruit. Oh dear. We may lose that artillery base. It's weird to remember that was being fired at the artillery base, because that probably would have killed it. One drawback with the sort of ambitious encirclements that I tend to do is you're in pins and needles sometimes, because how weaker your encirclement is. Our units surrender? Hard to tell. Sounds like surrendered. If you're looking, you probably saw there whether it did it or not. Oh, just lost one of our pioneers. That's not good. I only had the good pioneers out, so that was one of our good ones. Yeah, lost one of the half XP pioneers. Yeah, have to replace that pioneer wholesale. Bit of a shame. Okay. Over here, you just need to heal. Oh, don't want the plane, I want the infantryman. got you to surrender. Okay, so they'll be taking suppression. They'll be taking suppression. They should actually be fully suppressed out on the next turn. It does look like I may have actually completely destroyed the in-close air targets. We might not actually be able to get the fighters out to the targets we have left. Yeah, they're too far away. In hindsight, maybe trying to deploy troops over here was a mistake. Because I'm having difficulty trying to support them with air coverage. Okay, we got you. Obviously, you're going to get the F-106s, or 109Fs up at Keister. Okay, this is a bit greedy, but we're going to split this one in half. Recognizing that it's half a unit to start with, which is where the greed comes from. You've got nowhere to retreat to. If we attack, there we go. Okay. Roll you up. Forces the tank to surrender. Even to reinforce you, just push those two halves back together. That protects the artillery piece. They should be suppressed enough. Although I could definitely... They're definitely a good target for copper bombing. Let's roll the copper bombers up. Low rolled. There we go. Oh, had I known the yak was there, I would have attacked the yak. P98 self-prepared AAG. I think that's enough to put you there. No. Oh, that's enough to put you there. Okay. That rocket kind of makes sense. Let's hit that rocket. And we have the dive bomber, which can wreak untold damage upon enemies. We'll go ahead with the KV-1 with it. There you go. You're surrendered. Push you there. That'll make him no longer surrendered or surrounded. Use that moment to heal him up. Oh, I need someone to cover one of the tiles there, do I? The advancing infantry should be able to do that. Okay. Don't have enough suppression yet to break any of these units. Well, to break into the ones I can break, I don't have enough suppression. Could technically get that one to run, but then it'll just scoot to that tile, and that wouldn't serve my purpose. Not my serving my purposes. What do I have left for air support? No air support remaining. Okay. Sent the air support in. Up here is starting to definitely work out. Real complaints up there. Probably push them onto one of the roads here, or one of the rivers here. We'll get these guys encircled. This is the only hex up here we have to actually take. We mainly have to hold against these guys. Although, if we get across the bridge here, we can then come running down to Balakliva in the back. I want to say Balakava, but I don't think that's right. There's no K in there. I know there is a Balakava. So that's wrong to misname a city when there's a city with that name. Yeah, I think that's our turn. Yeah, we can technically move these tanks around a bit. Probably makes sense to heal that tank if we're not moving or shooting it. But without anyone to take their spot, that doesn't really solve my purposes. Serve my purposes. Yeah, so that guy will probably be able to get into break next turn. These guys are all going to be basically just functional. The only guy that's actually going to be semi-functional is actually the 37th T-34/41 here. And that one might actually cause some problems. We'll see. Same sort of logic over here. We're going to definitely have problems with the Air Force. I could potentially start rebasing planes down to this airfield to provide air support, and I might do that. We'll see how this looks next turn. Looking at the time, we're at a good place for a part break, and I need a break. So if you're watching on YouTube, there will be a part up tomorrow. If you're watching on Twitch, I hope you have been enjoying. There will be we're going to record another part. In fact, we're going to try to record 3 parts tonight. And this might take 3 parts. It's at least going to take 2, because we're putting the end in here. Yeah, we only got 3 turns done, but the turns will actually probably speed up a little bit as we start to get things done. So if it only takes 2, we'll record the next map as well. But we'll see. So if you're watching on YouTube, part up tomorrow. If you're watching on Twitch, we will record a total of 3, well, minimum 3 parts tonight. We'll see if we have to do an extra, so it's not mid-map. So until the next part, wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Catch you all in the next part, and bye for now.